Hi everyone, it's Genene and welcome to a quick yoga morning flow that you can do on the ground with no props. Let's begin supine in Tadasana. Supine Tadasana, really. So you lie down on your backs, legs are hip bone width apart for this one, arms by your side. Now this is going to depend on you. You might need to bend your right leg or keep it straight if you have really strong back. So keep your spine in neutral and extend your right leg up to the sky. So here we're getting a nice stretch back of our hamstring. So really focus on engaging the front of the leg. Lift up on the kneecap. You can touch the thigh. Make sure that that's engaged. And then breathe here. The left leg here is your stability. The top of the thigh is pressing the floor as the right thigh reaches towards your head. And maybe if you have the flexibility, you could bring your leg past 90, closer towards your head. And then gently lower that leg down. Again, if you need to, bend the knee instead. Otherwise, keep it long. If you can keep your spine in neutral and not arching that low back and not straining your neck. And then lift your left leg in the air. This might feel very different. Honor that. Embrace the changes on this side. Little tricks for this side and for the other side, actually. You might find that it really helps if you spread your toes as much as you can. And if you grab the back of the thigh, just make sure you're not rounding your shoulders, keeping your chest broad. Otherwise, you're using it as a strengthener for the hip flexors again and a stretch, no matter what you're doing for the hamstring. And then gently release that leg down. Take a breath here. You can even sigh it out. So that one can be really beneficial to relieve low back pain unless it's too intense, and that way you're adjusting as you need to. So lie on your left side now. And then you're going to keep your legs straight and then bend your right leg. So that's the top leg. And I know I said no props, so I'm trying to get you to be able to do this with no props. But okay, you might need a belt for this one. To wrap, you make a loop with the belt and grab the foot. The hardest part is going to be to get something around the foot. So try to keep the knee back and then start pressing the foot into the hand. Get the length in the spine. Keep thinking length first and then bringing the sacrum forward. As you bring the foot further and further and further behind you. So we do this. This is like a side lying Dhanurasana or half bow pose, really. And then maybe you fall over. So you need abdominal strength as well, which is fun to play with. And then you'll notice that you'll want to bend the left knee and see what happens when you straighten it. So this, just like we were doing standing up, we would call this baby dancer pose. Now release. And then go to the other side. So you keep the legs straight, bend the left knee, grab the foot if you can, however you can. The knee comes behind you. Roll the left shoulder back. You can take your hand underneath your head for support. You can place a block underneath your head for support because we're not focused on that working. We want the back and we want the hip flexors to stretch. So now find more length in the spine. Sometimes we forget. We just want to bring our leg back. Keep the length in the spine. And then the sacrum right above the tailbone is coming forward. And feel a lovely stretch. And then you could do that same thing lying on your bellies. Or that's the one option, okay? Bending one leg, grabbing hold, bending the other. Or full Dhanurasana. So make sure you've got that length, not just in the spine, but also in the legs. And so all I do is tuck my toes under and lift my knees off the floor, maybe one at a time, lengthen the leg. Then bend the legs. Then reach back, grab hold. Pulling pinky toes down to the floor. Find lengthen the spine first, then imagine you're going to lift everything off of the floor except for your pelvis. And do that. Push your foot strongly into your hand on both sides. See what it would take to get your heart perpendicular to the ground. You're taking your heartfelt intentions, you're drawing the bow pose, Dhanurasana, and then you're shooting them forward into your world. And then exhale, release, hands underneath forehead, rest. Roll onto your backs. Knees bent, feet flat. Bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Feet parallel, press down through the feet. Inhale, lift the hips. Another opportunity to feel the stretch coming across the hip flexors, engaging the glutes, engaging the outer hips, and lengthening through the spine. Exhale, lower down. Let's do a really gentle twist. Just take your feet as wide as your mat and swing your knees over to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, knees over to the left. Inhale, center. Give yourself a nice big hug. Release the legs so that you're back in your supine Tadasana. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Namaste.